Welcome to the Senate Minute, a weekly update to help keep Hoosiers informed about the Indiana General Assembly and engaged in our legislative process. This is Elizabeth Voss coming to you from the Senate Majority Communications Office. We are getting really close to the end of the 2018 session, so today I'm going to explain what normally goes on around the State House for the last few days of the legislative session until sine die. During non-budget years like this one, Indiana law requires session to end on or before March 14th. That means the last day of session, which we call sine die, will have to be this coming Wednesday, if not sooner. As we've discussed before, during the second half of session, the bills that have passed through the Senate move on to the House of Representatives and vice versa. Now, something interesting can happen when a bill goes to the other chamber. For example, Senate Bill 1, this year's Sunday alcohol sales bill, passed the Senate and the House, but when it was in the House, the representatives voted to add an amendment to it. When this happens, the bill doesn't get to go straight to the governor after being passed through the second chamber. Instead, it's sent back to the chamber of origin, in this case, the Senate. The author, in this case, Senator Ron Alting, gets to decide if he agrees with the amendment or if he thinks another committee meeting is necessary so the House and Senate can come to an agreement. If he agrees with the amendment, which Senator Alting did in this case, the bill comes before the Senate once more for what's called a concurrence. If the Senate votes to concur, the bill is then sent to the governor's desk. If the Senate doesn't vote yes, the bill dies there. Now, let's say Senator Alting didn't agree with the amendment the House added to his bill. This is called a dissent, and a conference committee would be scheduled to continue the discussion about the bill. A conference committee is an assigned bipartisan panel of 4 legislators. The Speaker of the House will assign 2 representatives, and the President pro tem of the Senate will assign 2 senators to the committee. So these conference committees have been happening all week and will continue next week until sine die. Once a conference committee comes to an agreement on a final version of the bill, the committee members will sign a report, and then the bill has to pass both the House and the Senate once more before they can send the bill to the governor. It's a little bit complicated, but that's what's been going on the past few days here at the State House. This session has gone by really fast, but a lot has been accomplished by our hardworking legislators. Remember, you can track the progress of all these bills by going to www.iga.in.gov and using the search bar in the top right-hand corner. Thank you guys so much for listening. You can subscribe to the Senate Minute on your Apple Podcasts app, or you can listen at IndianaSenateRepublicans.com. Just click on the Media Room tab and then click on the Podcasts button. Make sure to join us next week to learn more about the bills being passed in Indiana, the crossroads of America. For the Senate Majority Communications Office, this is Elizabeth Voss. Have a great week.